What do I do that makes you feel I understand you?
The same thing that makes me think sometimes you don't understand me. Which is like anticipate all my needs. You're very good at anticipating my needs in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
And when you anticipate them correctly, I'm like, man, he really understands me. Yeah. And then sometimes you over-anticipate, and I'm like, stop anticipating. Stop trying to figure me out. What are your 3 favourite memories we share?
Building that artwork together in Taiwan, coming over and meeting you there, and you've been there and all settled and you knew your way around and how to get a bicycle, and then like us pitching in and getting that thing up in the sky. That was awesome.
It was.
That was really cool. That's number 1.
Me too.
Yeah. Number 2 is probably one of our travelling adventures, maybe Christmas markets, kind of that whole magical amalgamation of...
Which Christmas markets?
The first time when we were travelling around Europe in the winter, and you wore that beige trench coat the whole time, and your woolly hat, and you looked like chic McGee. The third time much more recently, when we had 3 whole days off in a row, and we didn't pull out our laptops or talk to any other people, and we just hung out at home and did nothing for 3 days in our house. That was fucking awesome.
And you know, for me, another one is walking up the street, Ghuznee Street, after Ghostbusters. The longest street.
The longest street in the world. Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
What are you hesitant to tell me?
I think I've already told you all my jaded skepticism about forevers. That I don't believe in anything lasting forever, necessarily.
Do you think that's connected to never quite fully understanding someone?
I think it's connected to people changing, and understanding yourself as well as understanding someone else. I think sometimes it can take a whole lifetime to understand yourself, and if you don't yet understand yourself, how can someone else understand you?
If you can never fully understand another person, do you think you can ever fully understand yourself?
I mean, I think one comes before the other, ideally. I think you should, or not, well, I don't know. I think you can get closer to understanding yourself than you can get to understanding another person. This is what I think. When was the last time you considered leaving this relationship, and why didn't you? On the scooter right here.
And because you were on the back of the scooter, so it's like anywhere I go, you're just right there. Well, it was super recently. In fact, it happens all the time. During those moments we talked about before, when I go and get a little distance, and I think, why is this happening? Why am I living with this? And the reason I don't leave is because nobody's perfect, and I love you, and I imagine the future that we'll have, and the frustrations and the hurt that will be caused in the future by these things.
But it's one thing to be like, oh, that's stressful, and another thing to make you consider leaving the relationship. Because the last time I can think of considering leaving the relationship was back when I lived in France, like before, the first time, years ago. And that's why it was so funny when that question came up, because I thought it was so easy. And then you're like thinking about it. I was like, fuck. I don't think you should, want to leave and not. If you don't want to be in the relationship, you shouldn't be in the relationship.
Well, I do want to be in the relationship. That's why I'm in it.
Yeah, but if the things, maybe it's that generosity gap. Maybe be a little bit less generous with the things that aren't working. Like, you've got to be like, hey, that's really not working.
But sometimes if you give generosity to people in a situation where they don't necessarily deserve it, eventually they will.
But I think it comes back to that other part, where otherwise they'll just take and take and take and take and take.
Do you want to just take and take and take and take and take?
No, I don't want to take and take and take. That's why I'm like shocked at the fact that I didn't know of, things that I do that make you consider leaving the relationship. Like
it affects me so much.
When I get stressed.
It's the level of it. It's the heights that it gets to, and so quickly and so explosively. That is, and you'll recover from it in 8 to 12 minutes.
Seconds.
And 8 to 12 hours later, I'll still be a shivering ball of adrenaline. And that's where I start thinking, and don't get me wrong, I'm not like planning how we'll split up our belongings. It passes through my mind, is what I'm saying. How do we make each other better?
I think in lots of ways, I think we balance each other out. For all those things that have been listed, you help me enjoy the present moment more rather than always thinking about the future. You make me stress less. I'm sorry, I don't mean to put that stress in your bucket, but you definitely make me stress less.
Good.
Because you help. And I make you, I give you things to organise. No, I think, yeah.
You give me an opportunity to give.
And I just take.
I give you opportunities to give as well, and you do give. I think we get different rewards from those actions. And if I had no one to give to and to be generous with all the time, I would be very unhappy. So thank you for that. And that's not really about you, but it's about me. So don't think it's entirely selfless, because it's not. I'm just hitting my little dopamine fixes all the time.
Oh, good. If you could change one thing about our relationship, what would it be and why?
I'd like to change the phrase, "nothing lasts forever," into, "let's just see what happens."
That, I think, is also in the same category. I would agree with that. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Ashika from The Skin Deep. We're here reviewing the card games. There's a deck for every relationship, and if you want to explore your relationship with others, you should check it out on theskindeep.com/shop. Thank you.